So why do 95% of people either fail with their fitness transformations or fail to sustain them? One of the main reasons is that they use training as the sole vehicle to get them to the transformation. Where in actual fact that is only the tip of the iceberg. In order to make sustainable transformation, it takes a lot more than just training. It takes building a solid mindset, building habits, building consistency, building discipline, and having a plan and a purpose. And in this video I'm going to share a philosophy or a methodology with you that has helped me transform both in my fitness goals from going from 96 kilos all the way down to 76 now as I stand. Going from running a 25-minute 5k to running a 17-minute 5k just yesterday. But also going from being a door-to-door salesman just working on commission with no base salary to working in Google, one of the most sought after companies in the world. And these transformations didn't happen overnight. They took a lot of time, they took a lot of effort, and they also took a lot of pain. They took a lot of learning too, both from the mistakes that I've made in order to transform in the ways that I wanted to, but also in a lot of time invested into studying self-help books like you see here, studying stuff on YouTube and studying ways to get better and make sustainable transformation. But I'm going to save you the hassle and summarize everything in this video, so let's get to it. So when it comes to any transformation, the method that I use is the transformation pyramid. And from the image you can see here that we start off with a purpose and a plan. Then we work on building the mindset and the discipline in order to achieve that purpose. Then we work on building consistency and good habits to put action behind our philosophy or plan. Then we work on building a growth mindset and adaptability so we can constantly evolve in our transformation. And then the last part, once we master all the steps beforehand, we focus on the training and really optimizing this to get optimal results. So the reason we start off with a purpose is because if we don't have a purpose, all the different layers of the transformation pyramid are pointless. But when we have a vision of who we want to become or the goals that we want to achieve and a plan to get there, it's like the blueprint to build our future selves, and it just lays everything out. And when we have this, we know what direction we need to go in order to pursue our goals. We know what's going to be essential and what's not, and it helps us build that action plan to help us get where we want to get to. And the next layer above purpose and vision on the transformation pyramid is mindset and discipline. And mindset is super important because once we have the vision of our future selves, the next step is building the mindset of our future selves. For example, if we want to transform into an athlete, we have to start thinking like an athlete, making decisions like an athlete. And when we do this, it subconsciously trains the mind to make decisions consistent with our goals. And this is how we build a resilience and drive to avoid any temptations that are going to take us away from our goals and persevere with the struggle to getting us closer to our goals. And this is why discipline is linked very closely here with mindset. Because when we build a strong, resilient mentality, it's very easy to be disciplined in our pursuit of transformation. So far we talked about what we need to do, but we actually need to do it. And this is why the next layer is focused on habits and consistency. In order to make any transformation sustainable, we need to be consistent in our actions. For example, if our goal is weight loss, we need to eat healthy food consistently. We need to train consistently. We need to get up early and run in the mornings consistently. And in order to be consistent, we need to build good habits. And I love the saying which really summarizes how important habits are. We are what we repeatedly do, therefore excellence is not an act, it's a habit. And if you want to learn all about building good habits and consistency, you can check some of the videos that I made a few weeks ago on this. But when we build good habits and consistency, we are going to do what we need to do day in, day out in order to hit our transformation goals. And the next layer on the pyramid is focused on building adaptability and a growth mindset. And the reason adaptability is so important is because no matter what our mission is, we're going to face challenges, we're going to face setbacks. But when we learn how to adapt, we are able to do what we need to do no matter the circumstances. For example, if your goal is to live a more active life and to lose weight, but you have a very busy life, you have a kid, you have a demanding job. If you're able to adapt some of your lifestyle in order to fit into the training, you're more likely to be consistent. And this is easier said than done, but still doable. If we can sit down and find out where we're investing our time and energy, and where we're wasting our time and energy as well, I guarantee you can find ways where you can invest that towards your transformation goals and then therefore adapt. And this is why I think having a growth mindset is very closely linked to adaptability. Because when we have an attitude where we want to learn and evolve, it's very easy to adapt. And from experience, there's two ways we can learn and evolve. One is to look what we're doing currently and see if there's ways we can do this better. For example, in my job, my normal job, I do sales. One way I got better at sales was listening to my cold calls and my discovery calls to see what words I was saying too much, what questions I wasn't asking, and then self-reflecting on how I can get better at doing my calls. And the other way we can learn and evolve is looking for new ways to do things. For example, if you want to transform into a better public speaker, you will go and try find a public speaking course or hire a public speaking coach. And the last layer of this pyramid is training. And this is why it's the tip of the iceberg. Because in order to have training drive us towards our transformation, we need to master the previous layers. We need to build a purpose, a vision, a plan. We need to build a strong mindset and discipline. We need to build consistency and good habits. And we need to have a growth mindset and adapt to any struggles that we may face. And when we do all this, it's much easier to keep training and hitting our goals, and then hitting our future goals as well, and just being consistent with our pursuit of transformation. And I'm not saying training is not important. It really is. If we want to improve, if we want to get better at anything, we need to train, we need to practice, we need to put the effort in. But again, going back to the analogy of the iceberg, the training is what we see. It's what everyone on Instagram posts about. But it's everything below the surface, such as building the good habits, the consistency, everything that we talked about, which lays the solid foundation for the training to work. So if you have a goal that you want to kind of aim for in 2024, I want you to have a crack at using the transformation pyramid and let me know how you get on. And if you need any help, feel free to reach out, as I have loads of habit trackers, goal sheets, or wherever you need to give your transformation pyramid a bit of structure. And if you want to have some one-to-one sessions or whatever to kind of pick my brain in terms of what worked, what hasn't worked, let me know. But hopefully you liked this video, found it useful and learned a thing or two. If you did, please like and subscribe and drop a comment. If you didn't, let me know, give me some feedback, as I love to learn, and I'll see you on the next one.